Hello and welcome. This is Cheryl. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today is day 20 of the Spellbinders Crafty Advent calendar for 2025. Every day for the first 24 days of December, I am opening up one of the windows from this calendar, showing you what's inside and creating something from whatever is in this window. Today, for some reason, the window decided to fight me back and didn't want to open, but it was definitely worth the wait because it's absolutely adorable. It's a little spaceship die set. This is going to work perfectly with the stamp set from day 19 because one of the sentiment stamps says you're out of this world. So those are going to be a perfect complement to each other. So I did my die cutting off screen. There's only 4 dies, so it was really easy to do. The top of the spaceship as well as the light rays I did in beeswax cardstock. And for the actual spaceship, I used some solid hot foiled paper left over from a previously foiled project. This is done with prism foil, so it's silver with a holographic shine to it. You can use holographic cardstock if you want, or you could even use just silver cardstock or gray cardstock or white cardstock with silver ink on there. So there's a lot of different ways that you can do this, but I always love the prism foil or holographic cardstock because I love the rainbow shimmer it has. So I assembled that spaceship with some best ever craft glue. I have it in a fine line bottle, so it's really easy to add as much or as little as you need. While that is drying, I'm going to stamp my sentiment on a piece of hammermill cardstock here. I'm using my Misty stamping tool. I want to heat emboss it with some silver embossing powder. I'm going to ink blend my background, and my background is going to be pretty dark. So to stamp the sentiment on top of it, there'd be a good chance you're not really going to see it very well. So by stamping it ahead of time and heat embossing it with silver, I know it's going to show well on top of that dark background. You could technically do this embossing afterwards. However, distressing has resins in it that they take a long time to dry. So I find it's much easier and much cleaner to do it ahead of time and then just do my ink blending over top of it. That takes a lot, or it saves a lot of time basically. So for my background, I want it to look kind of like a night sky, galaxy, spacey. So I'm going to start off with some picked raspberry. I'm using some large ink blending brushes here, but you could easily use some smaller ones. This is going to be a hot mess before it looks good. Next, I'm going to use some wilted violet going around that picked raspberry. I want those fun colors to be more towards the center. And then I'm going to do some chip sapphire, filling in all of the rest of the white. The last thing I'm going to do is use some black soot and ink all around the 4 edges to darken it and to just frame it in. So it doesn't look like much when you just have the first 3 colors to it. It looks better as you keep going, but I have to say when I first did the first 2 colors, it really did totally look like a hot mess. That black or the chip sapphire, any of the lighter areas between the pink and the purple, I am going to add a little bit of that just so I don't have the cardstock showing through. So it's solidly ink blended. But you can see how just doing that black soot around the edges kind of frames it all off and it finishes it off. And I only do it around the edges. You could do it a little bit farther in if you want, but I didn't want to chance that my background would end up being a bit too dark. After doing that black soot, I found that there was just a few areas around that pink and that purple that they were just a bit too light for me. So I just filled those in with that chip sapphire. While everything is still on my sticky mat, I'm using some sparkle splatter effects from Spellbinders to add some stars in the sky. This has a mica powder in it that settles to the bottom, so you want to make sure to shake it really, really well. And then it has a brush, kind of like a nail polish brush. I tend to take the excess off while I'm taking it out of the bottle, and then I just tap the handle or the handle to splatter that all over the background. Now, if you're new to the splatter effects, I'd test it out on some scrap paper first. When you first do the splatters right out of the bottle, they're larger. As there's less of the splatter effects on the brush, the splatters get finer. So it does take a little bit of practice just to get to know what to do or how hard to tap. So just test it out on some scrap paper first. For the mat around my background, I'm doing some beeswax cardstock. This is the same color as my light rays. And I wanted to add a little bit of shimmer to those light rays. So I'm using the Natural Pearl ink pad from Lisa Horton Crafts. This on light colors, it kind of just blends right in, but when you tilt it in the light, it gives it a really pretty shimmer. And I thought that would be perfect for those little light rays. Now with everything ready, we're ready to assemble the card. So it's a really quick and simple card with a really fun background to it. So I started with the beeswax cardstock on my A2 card base. Then I did our ink blended background, and that was trimmed down to 3 3/4 inches by 5 inches before I did the ink blending. Then I added my spaceship to the background. So we have just a fun card. This one could be for many different occasions, I think, but my first thought is a birthday card would be really, really fun for this. Thank you so much for joining me today. I will be back again tomorrow. We'll find out what is in day 21. I can't wait to see what it is and create something with it.